I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. We've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh, Lord. We need the drums in this shit. Well, I've been waiting for this moment. I can feel.
Yo! That was classic right there.
Man,
that
there's not classic, a podcast man. On the internet that brings it in like that. You know what I mean?
Indeed, man. Indeed, man.
And what a wasted talent, I'd say.
I feel you, brother. I mean? Listen, man, that was classic right there, man. So this is the Don't Stress Success podcast. I am Peter Politician.
I am Daniel J. Scott.
And I have a phone call. And little do they know, they are live on the air right now. What's good? Say hello to the world, my friend.
What's up, world? This is Smalls here with Chucktown Bar and Grill, baby. You know how we do it. I'm so glad to be on the show since you got me on the show. Big ups to the world. I don't care if you're in California, Mississippi, the Bayou, baby. When you come to the Chuck, No Cedric loves you, baby. It's heartfelt. It's real. That's right. Check the time. You're looking at your watches out there? I see you looking at your watches. You don't want me on the show because you know what? I'm on fire, baby. I'm on fire because I love you. I love all of y'all. Can you feel the hug? That's right. Give me the hug. That's right. Bring it in. I feel the hug out there. That's right. Oh, yeah. That's so. Ooh, man. Boy, Peter, you feel that hug they gave me?
Listen, that is the all-time greatest intro we've ever had of this show.
You don't get hugged. Man, I get hugged. That's right. Matter of fact, where's my seat at? Pull my seat up right now so I can come on that show with you and give the...
He's not going to stop.
What show you got? Because you got so many shows, Pete. What show we on right now? I don't even know what show we on. You just got it popping like that. I mean, what we got? We got, let's say Friday night, so we ain't got the Friday night, review going on, so no, it's not that. We got what?
The Don't Stress Success podcast. You feel me?
It's the Don't Stress Success, man. Well, you know what? Guess what, Pete? I'm not stressing, man. I just had me a Mocha Kappa. You know what I'm saying? Mocha Cafe. You see? I said Mocha Casa. You know why? Because I'm Southern, baby. That's right. I'm a Geechee boy. Geechee. Remember that wherever you at, if you in Germany, you're in, Quebec, wherever you at, look up Geechee and you see my...
We're going to subtly just let him talk in the background while we continue the podcast. Oh, you decided to be quiet?
Yo, man, hey, I'm sorry. You told me I was on the show. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm on the show, I got to go into show mode. You know what I'm saying? I got to go into show mode because, I know you told me you're going to invite me on the show before your birthday party that's coming up. I know you got your big birthday bash coming up at the Chucktown. You heard that cosign at the Chucktown. I know you got your show coming up, your party coming up. So you're going to have me on your show.
I'm going to subtly put him over in the background and let's see how long he talks. How have you been, DJ Scott?
Yeah, I've been good, man. I'm back. I feel like Austin Powers, when he got his mojo back.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care what it is, man. We can talk about all the parts. What you got?
Yo, I am Peter Politician, man. Who are you?
Oh shit, my phone's going off. No, man, it's all going on right now. I'm Daniel J. Scott, and I'm having an emotional meltdown.
Yeah, man. I shut you down like a couple minutes ago, but I appreciate the energy, appreciate the love, man. We gonna link up, man. I love you, my brother. Hey,
that was a memorable intro, no doubt.
He's out of here. Yo, we could never do it better, man. Salute to everybody tuned in. This is the Don't Stress Success podcast. We wanted an intro for you guys because we know we missed last week, and that was one hell of an intro right there, man.
Exactly, man. I thought I had it wrapped with the, my rendition of Phil Collins in the air tonight. hey. It went up. It went up.
Yeah. So, listen, man. Salute to everybody tuned in, man. I see Larry Capital Gaines in the building. What's good? Andrew Watson's in the building. Says, hey, what's up, guys? Glad you're back with another episode. I promise this time I won't ask everyone about pineapple on pizza. Yes, Andrew Watson, you were the reason we did not do the show last week because you were asking about pineapples on pizza, man.
So we needed some time off. We need to reconsider our whole stance on everything, man. So in a way, I guess, you know, the podcast became better because of that comment.
Absolutely, man. John Striegel says, this guy on one, he juice. Yes, very juice, man. Shouts out to my man, Cedric Smalls. He's the owner of Chucktown Bar and Grill. I have had the pleasure of helping that spot open up. We've been throwing events out there. You guys are going to see a lot of promo from me. I am throwing a party with P. That is how I'm branding it. It's not a birthday bash. It's a party with P, but it is my 40th birthday. I'm inviting everybody in the world who wants to come and party with P, man. We got some good stuff going on. I see Christopher Edward Rapley in the building, man. What's good, man? Mo Cheddar in the building. Brian Connolly in the building, man. What's good, man? Salute to you, man. So, let's get it on and popping, baby. How you feeling, DJ Scott?
I'm good, man. I'm back. Like I was saying, I feel like Austin Powers when he got his mojo back. Because and I'm gonna give some game here too, because if you're a regular listener, you know I've just moved into a new house and I've got a baby girl on the way. So I kind of slowed down on business, and because I got some streams that are secured anyway, so no matter what, I'll be good. But as far as pushing forward, I was like, no, I need to take time off and focus on these things that are important. As important as they are, man, I realized something, and it's something we all do, is we're always looking for a reason to chill, always looking for a reason to take a break. And sometimes it's not even as big as a new house and a baby on the way. Sometimes it's could be anything, like waiting for a graphic from someone or waiting for a payment on something. So we're like, I'm just gonna chill. We gotta stop letting these things become excuses as to why we're not pushing forward, because we got more in the tank. I guarantee you, everybody watching this, everybody listening to this, you've got more in the tank from what you're doing. Don't let anything become as legit as an excuse can be. Don't let it be an excuse. You know, use it as a platform, use it as a kicker to drive.
I think the phrase that you're looking for is stop allowing for excuses to excuse your behavior. You know what I mean? I'm always talking to my kids about that, man. And that's a great topic, man. So like this week, man, we trying to give away some dollars, but most importantly, man, we opening up the floor to you guys, like really, really what's on your minds. You know what I mean? Man, that's what it is, man. I'll tell you what, this is what's on my mind. So earlier this week, Will Smith is, like, anybody knows me, man, I really, really am a Will Smith fan. You know what I mean? So this week I saw another one of his videos and it just really, really hit me, like slapped the shit out of me. So what I want to do is take the time and share this video with you guys, just to, give you a little bit of what I experienced, in hopes that maybe you'll feel the same. Maybe you'll get something out of it. The video is about 6.5 minutes long, so bear with us. But I think that you guys will really enjoy it. And let's go ahead and run into it, man. This is Will Smith, how he taught his brother-in-law to make a movie. Here we go.
Caleb Pinkett is the head of Overbrook Film and Television. Overbrook is my company. And Caleb is Jada's brother. And he came to me and said that he wanted to be in the entertainment industry. So I wanted y'all to hear Caleb Pinkett's story of success.
I was 21 at the time. Just moved out from Moreno Valley, where I went to high school at, and I remember it was my first trip to New York. I was young and I'm talking to Will and Jade. I'm like, yo, I know you guys make movies and do this, but you need to be doing some real shit. Like, if I were you, I would do something like this. I created a biblical fiction tale of Cain, his curse, and his eventual redemption. He said, I like that Cain project. He said,
you might have just changed your life. Maybe.
That thing that you just did is innate storytelling. For whatever reason, you get it.
I was very surprised that somebody who wasn't in the business had that much innate story ability.
If you do everything that I say, I promise you'll have more money than all your friends, and you'll be able to do whatever it is that you want to do. No questions asked. You listen to me, you get it. And I'm like, okay. He said, all right, first thing, you're skinny
with a gut.
Until you have a six-pack, I'm not dealing with you. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, all right. He said, so my trainer, Daryl Foster, who trained me for Ali. Oh, shit, right? Because everybody was scared of Daryl because Daryl's the hardest man to ever walk this earth.
Originally, I wasn't quite sure, I liked his ass.
That's Daryl Foster, who now is my daughter's godfather. So that could tell you what our relationship came to. So I go and I'm like, okay, I'll work with Daryl. So he said, great. Call Daryl Monday, get started. I called Daryl. Daryl's like, yeah, meet me down to 24-hour fitness, right? So I meet Daryl 9 a.m. I'm there. Hell.
I test you physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally.
I'm throwing up. I hate it, right? Because I'm like, this is fucking stupid. That's my mind screaming, wanting me to quit, wanting me to stop.
Dream building, life building is an athletic event.
I couldn't allow Will to know that I would quit or that I didn't like it, so I sucked it all up. So I refused to complain about anything. I just did everything Daryl said.
Don't waste my time.
So months go by. I'm with Daryl every day. I'm getting in shape, I'm getting ready. So my nephew's birthday, Jaden's turning 8. We're in the kitchen area, and Will, across the room, just casually laughing, talking. Hey, yo, love, pull your shirt. I'm like, what? Daryl's like, hey, Don Sean.
I was like, the grasshopper is ready. I was like, it is time. He didn't know the hard part was just about to start.
Here we go. He said, so the first thing I got to do is I need to give you a screenwriting education. And I said, screenwriting? He said, oh, yeah. We're going to write Kane together. I was like, damn. Okay. So he said, the first book that I want you to read is called Story by Robert McKee. Story is like the Bible. And I mean, like, it's that fucking thick. It's like 1,000 pages. And you're like, what the f? And I mean, it's using words, and at the time, I wasn't well read.
It's a big-ass book in the good old-fashioned sense of a big-ass book.
He made me read The Art of Dramatic Writing by Logos Eggery, The Moral Premise by Stanley Williams, and on and on and on and on. He said, these are all the elements of storytelling. You don't have to put every single element into your story, but your story will have some form of these.
What does he or she want?
Why do they want it?
What's gonna happen if they don't get it?
And what are the obstacles
keeping them from getting it?
When you can answer all of those questions,
you got a screenplay.
He was like Mr. Miyagi in my ass with this.
I'm not helping you build a career. We're building a Caleb.
By the time I was 26, Will was like, listen, I need you at Overbrook. And I was like, wow, like, okay. And he started me at the bottom. I was driving people. I would come to Overbrook, they'd be like, here's these bags, take this, go pick this person up, do this. I didn't do nothing with story.
I think most people would be really surprised how few people are actually willing to do what it takes to achieve their dreams. And Caleb is one of the rare few that is literally willing to do anything that a mentor tells him to do to achieve his dreams.
If you can't stand on your own, you're in this world, right? And the only way you can be of value or an asset to anybody else is you got to build you. You have the power, and that is what Daryl Foster taught me through training. That's what Will Smith taught me through being my mentor. So if you want to know, like, oh, but that was then, like, you know, how you looking now? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, not everybody just walks around sub-6 body fat at 38 years old every day.
I created a monster.
What?
Salute to Will Smith, man. That was an awesome story, man. So I wanted to really share that with you guys because of what it did for me, right? And what that did for me, it really, oh man, it slapped me in the face. Because seriously, how many people are willing to do everything that it takes to be successful? Like, you think that you are trying to do everything that you can do to be successful, but are you really? The first thing that Will Smith says to his brother-in-law is, hey, you're skinny, but you have a gut. I'm not going to even deal with you until you lose the gut. Yo, that was deep right there.
Definitely, man. Will Smith, what a legend, bro. Like, for real, like the amount of success he's had from early, man. From early back in the 80s and shit. You know what I mean? Completely 100% relevant now. His price tag is something crazy. I don't think we can fathom the amount of success that Will Smith has had. You know what I mean? No matter if 10 of us worked as hard as we could for the rest of our life, you know, it'll be the hardest thing to even reach anywhere near what he's achieved. You know what I mean? Yeah. Salute to that man.
Just kind of going back on Will Smith, just talking about him, I saw another video where he pretty much told the story of how he landed the role in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And he was talking about how he, you know, made some songs and went completely broke off that shit. So he said one of the worst things that you can be is famous and broke. You know, like riding the subway and regular people are recognizing you and you're broke. So his girlfriend suggested to him, hey, you should go to the Arsenio Hall show. And he's like, okay. And he goes to the Arsenio Hall show. And this is a testimony to what networking can really bring you. You know, being around a lot of people. He has the access to go on the Arsenio Hall show as a guest. So boom, he did it. And then he met the creator of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And then he met Quincy Jones. And then Quincy Jones introduced him to the people from NBC. And maybe I'll show that video next week. But I mean, it's just a testimony, man. Will Smith's a dope dude. That's it.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Enough Will Smith dick riding, man. Shouts out to Anna Cockshell, man. What's good? Brian Ellis in the building, man. Dilo says, yo, Michigan is in the building. What it do, man? Taj Alexander is in the building. Lauren Lovey Smith, what's good? Which I see Art Vash out there. Thomas J. Garvey in the building. Shouts out to Dawn Simmons, who is also in the building. Break It Dawn. You can catch her on CCG Network Radio every Monday and Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, with that being said, how you feeling, DJ Scott? We got one for him today, man. We giving away some money. What they got to do to win this money, man?
Right. So I saw a funny picture the other day, right? This meme. And I thought it'd be a great way to, one, give away some money, but also get you guys engaging and getting involved in the podcast. I'm going to quit waffling. And the idea is you are a burglar, right? And we're role playing. Don't go out and rob no one.
That's our disclaimer, right?
So you break into people's houses, but, and there's a caveat here, you're only allowed to mildly inconvenience people. My answer is I would swap all their DVDs and put them in different cases, right? So if you were to break into somebody's house and mildly inconvenience them, what would you do? The best answer gets some money at the end of the show.
Indeed. That's what it is. So I'm going to throw up my answer, man. Like, you know what? I think the top answer, I heard Kevin Hart in his stand-up. He said he's so petty that when he breaks up with his girlfriend, he'll do shit like steal the backs out of her earring. You know what I mean? So she's got all her earrings, but she can't fucking put them in and all the backs are missing. So listen, man, we trying to have some fun today, all right? What would you do if you broke into somebody's house? What's the most petty thing that you would steal? The best answer, yo, we giving away some money. It's that simple. If y'all trying to win some money, throw them comments up. Let's talk about it. You heard me? So,
good.
That's what it is. Now, let's get on to the topics of the day. What's on your mind, man? what's on your mind? So, what's on my mind is that we didn't really have much to talk about today. So, we're throwing it on you guys, man. I want to know in the comments right now some things that you've been struggling with success-wise, some things that you maybe have had some success with. And I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and get it popping, and I'll tell you about some of the things that I have going on, some of the successes and some of the struggles, to be honest with you. So, I have had the great privilege of helping to open up a bar and grill restaurant, all right? Chucktown Bar and Grill. If you're in the Charleston, South Carolina area, you can catch us at 2467 Savannah Highway. So over the course of the last maybe 2 months, we've been throwing events out there on Saturdays, and I'm learning, man. I am really, really learning. Within one business, you can have many different businesses. For example, within this one business, we have the kitchen, which is a business in itself. We have the bar, that's another business within itself. And then we have an entertainment section, you know, that's another business within itself. And I can't explain to everyone how difficult it is to manage all of those businesses. And one of the things that I am personally struggling with is seeing them all and then still functioning as one. You know what I mean? So I'm really, really being pushed to the not the breaking point, but definitely to the limit. Doing something I've never done before and trying to make it a success. You know, last night we had a birthday party out there. It was a success. The weekend before, like, we really haven't had any true L's. The fella that did that nice intro, he's the owner of the restaurant. Shouts out to Cedric Small.
Oh man, he's a passionate guy.
Yeah, man. And
love that shit.
That's another thing that I'm learning, building team, right? And when I say building a team, you have to have the right people in place that can really, really help your vision come to fruition. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I'm learning right now.
No
you know what
doubt.
I mean? So
for me, it's been like anyone who's been following me for 2 years, like say a year ago, can everyone remember just how much I was smashing through shit on a daily basis, flying out to the States, Miami, Orlando on business trips and all kinds of crazy shit like that. And like I was saying in the beginning, where I've kind of slowed down, where I've moved out and got a baby on the way and stuff. But I'm trying to reignite the spark in my brand, you know what I mean? So I've been doing things like, I've been experimenting. I've been sticking with like the same topic for a few days, saying essentially the same things, but wording them in different ways and figuring out what gets the most engagement, if that makes sense. I've been going into groups and asking questions and getting people to add me and just constantly just being a lot more active. And I think really experimentation is key for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, say you pick a voice, you pick a narrative, you pick a strategy and a way of doing things. How can you know if it's the best strategy for you unless you try some other ways of presenting the information or other places of where you're posting the information and different things like that? We should never, that's what I stopped doing, was experimenting. I thought, this works, I'll stick with this. You know what I mean? And I'm actually going to be documenting this process of like igniting the spark back in a brand that's this that you've slept on a little bit. And I can't wait to put that into a form where everybody can digest step by step. Yeah. But yeah, man, it was slow to start with. Obviously, that was really been the setback of it, was just because, you know, all of this shit used to be like that to me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. I would think this way. I would eat my sandwich this way. You know what I mean? Right. Like it was that deep. You know what I mean? I'd eat my sandwich like a successful motherfucker. You know what I mean? I drink my drink with purpose. You know what I mean? I take a shit and mean it.
Right. So, going back to this money question, right? If you were to rob someone, what's the most pettiest thing you would steal?
Yeah. Or the most petty thing you do. Like, I know, I'm just catching up. Where is it? Give me a sec.
Well, I see
Christopher Rapley said put laxative in everything they could consume and remove all the toilet tissue.
Yo,
I like shit like that.
Listen. Die Low said hide all the laces in their shoes. Okay.
Walk around flapping. Their feet are just flapping.
Right. Art Vash says all of the door handles and knobs, so none of the doors would stay closed, including the entrances. That's what I would do to be petty. No privacy, no safety from the elements. It's pretty twisted and could cause them to have paranoid sleep issues. Okay. Don Simmons says all the light bulbs. She's stealing all the light bulbs.
I hope they got candles.
For real though, for real. So, she says she go steal the light bulbs and have a lamp sale.
Yeah, that's it. May as well profit.
Right. Yo, we get some really interesting ideas here, man. Listen, somebody about to win this money, so I want to hear y'all's creativity for real.
By the end of the show, someone's gonna win some money, man.
Yeah, that's just what it is, man. Brian Ellis, going back to what I was mentioning about the restaurant, he says you can hire experts for each section of the restaurant and trust the moves they make. Yes, so here is where the deep issue with hiring the experts come into place. Everyone says that they're a fucking expert. And at the end of the day, you find out that a lot of people don't really know what they're saying. And it kind of goes like for example, like I know Brian Ellis is in the space of a production guru, right? Like there's so many people who are out there claiming to be gurus and come to find out, man, they don't really know that much more than you know. So the situation I found myself in is that I'll go to hire someone and I actually know more than what the fuck they know. So, it's just, that's another struggle. Another element of the struggle is finding good people that really, really can live up to what they say they know. You know what I mean? So
definitely, man, because it's so easy to, a lot of people use buzzwords. I mean, people say the word branding, people say the word marketing, and it's easy to convince people. Like I put out a post yesterday that said it's easy to fake the results. It's easy to, put a screenshot together of something and make things look a certain way. It's not easy to share the process. Yeah. You know what I mean? So if you share the process, that's how people will know it's real.
Yeah. Brian Ellis says, I replace all their liquid soap with glue. Yo, I'd be pretty pissed. I go in the shower and there's no motherfucking liquid soap there. God damn it. It's glue instead. What the fuck? Yo.
And super glue dries fast too. So if it's the shampoo, then you go like that and then...
Right. Yo, so for those who just tuned in, man, we really on one right now. We trying to get somebody some money. And how you win this money is you comment the most petty thing you would do if you was to rob somebody. And we got some pretty interesting, we got some petty motherfuckers in the audience right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, Taj Alexander says, what makes someone a guru? Great question. So, what really does make someone a guru? Let's just go ahead and jump into that, man. How do you feel about that, DJ Scott?
Man, I kind of hate the word. I think there's a lot of words I prefer more. You know what I mean? Like an expert, or I just hate guru, man.
Yeah.
I just because I think it makes people come across like they're more than someone who just knows some stuff about it.
Right.
Because that's all any of us really are, is just people who know. Like, some of us may know more than others may know more than some of us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I think that there are so many people out here trying harder to be gurus, instead of trying harder to help people. You know what I mean? Like, I don't consider myself a guru, even though I have a wealth of knowledge about various different things. You know, like I'm in this space right now with this restaurant that's being opened up, and there's a lot of things that I'm brand new to. You know what I mean? Things that I don't know. Like, for example, paying attention to your patrons who are walking in and out of your establishment. Are they buying alcohol, or are they going in and out of your establishment to drink the alcohol that they brought? You know what I mean? Just little shit like that. So that word guru, I see that Taj Alexander says, I once read that GU in the word guru equals the problem and RU equals removing the problem. Well, with that being said, man, we're all gurus to an extent because we all have some amount of knowledge about things that could help people. And I think that you had just have so many people out here kind of like overusing the word guru, man. It's really how I feel.
Man, my neighbor keeps trying to get my attention for something.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Hold up. What did you tell me the other day about your neighbor? Like how, like, what did you have some clothes out in the backyard about to be dried or something?
Yeah. And he's having a barbecue, so he didn't want to. It was good, you know. I mean, he said, we're having a barbecue. I don't know if you want to bring your stuff in case shit gets smoky. You know what I mean?
Yo.
This is it's starting to get a bit regular, you know.
Hey, I tell you what. Go handle your biz. I hold the show down.
Oh no. Priorities, man.
Yo, man, he might be trying to warn you again.
I can wash him again. I gotta be here for the people, you know.
Indeed, man. Art Vash is in the building. He says, I just tell people I make dope beats and leave it at that. I'm dumb as fuck with technicality, but I know how to get sounds I enjoy and how to research and find out, like side chain compression. I know how to do it, just don't ask me how to explain it. All right. May Edwards says, years of experience makes a person an expert. My choice of words, not even school, but hands-on experience. I could dig that. Trey Holler says, guru is cliche and corny. Expert is simple and qualifying. Yes, help people. Don Simmons says, guru imparts wisdom and understanding. Okay. Art Vash says, unless all your beats are named Shantai, you're not a producer guru. That's some of the spiritual non-America type terms that don't apply to someone still stuck on Fruity Loops from version 3 or before. Just saying. Trey Hollis says, paying attention equals awareness. Being aware of people and everything around you. Conquer life mindset training type work. Yo, Trey, man, you really putting out some good comments, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, definitely, man. I fuck with Trey, man. He comments on my stuff quite regular, and everything he says is always on point, man. So shout out to Trey.
Indeed. Don Simmons says, influential expert. All right. Dan Nobles is in the building. All right, so, all right. I don't usually do stuff like this.
Uh-oh.
But I'm going to do it. Juventino Fernandez Mascora is in the building and says hello. Now, number one, my apologies if I have slaughtered your name. But, number two, every morning I've been getting sent messages from this person. Mm-hmm. And these messages have been making me feel a little bit uncomfortable. Because it's kind of like something that maybe your girlfriend would send you.
Oh, no.
So, I'm putting it on blast right now.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I don't know what the messages mean, my friend. Salute to you for tuning in to the podcast and everything that we got going on, but I don't swing that way. So, the end. That's it. You know what I mean? That's it. That's it, man.
That's just the way it is.
Yep. Brian Ellis says, no one cares what you say. Some people care about what others say about you. Everyone cares about what you show them. Real talk. Taj Alexander says,
man. Oh, man. Wait till you get halfway through this shit.
All right, Taj is trying to get this money, man. He says, rob your neighbor and take a big shit on their toilet and throw a bunch of toilet paper in it to flood it. Wipe your ass with that toothbrush and leave a trail of Cheetos at the door. Make sure you stomp on it. You gotta stomp on the Cheetos, man.
That's fucked up.
Yo, man, Taj Alexander might just very well win this fucking money, man. That's my vote thus far.
That's fucked up.
That's fucked up. The Rod Shine in the building, man.
You know what we need to do? And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna edit the audio on this going forward, and we're gonna make a soundboard of the things we say. I mean, that's why I made sure to say that's fucked up twice.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where there was no other noise. We're going to make some a soundboard.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Because I know I say things like, what it do. Like, I went through a bunch of my, shows and stuff, and I counted that I said what it do 147 times.
Oh, shit,
in an hour.
Hey, man. When I hear what it do, I do think of you.
Right.
Not in the way the Juventino Fernandez Mascoro.
Yeah. Art Vash, on that topic, man, Art Vash says could be a language barrier translator. My bro in Italy always tells me he loves me, but over there, the translation of loves has 20 different things, and here just 2. And he's saying he loves me like a brother. Over here, for the first time, was like, bruh, don't be sending me flowers. So I could dig that. But when you get messages that say good morning and it's kisses on the picture, nah, there's no confusion on that.
I don't think there's any way to misinterpret that.
Yeah, man. I don't.
Man, I tell you what, I've come across some creepy people on the internet that do shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where do you stay?
Yeah.
Shit like that, you know what I mean? Some guy says we should go to the park. I was like, what are we going to the park for, bro?
Yo, I warned my children to stay away from creeps like that, bro, man.
The thing is, I'm in the UK. This guy is somewhere out in the States somewhere. What park, for a start? You know what I mean? How am I getting to the park? One, I ain't coming to the fucking park with you.
But you know what? I think Art Vash is lonely, man. Art Vash says, to each own, just enjoy the awkward flattery and move on from the convo.
I just try to create some distance there, you know?
Yeah. Like, I ain't want to block him, though. I ain't going to block him. No. I ain't going to block him, man. It's what it is.
Man, my block list is bigger than my friends list.
Right. I believe that. I believe that, man.
Sometimes you say comments from people. Like, so-and-so's joined the show, or so-and-so just commented, and I'm thinking, I blocked that guy.
Yo, May Edwards says, I once had a guy ask me, can he be my bitch boy? Okay.
Oh, shit.
Yo, speaking of the king of awkwardness, Rebel Gage is in the motherfucking building, man. That's the onesie king, man.
Like, you know what I just said?
What's that?
About when you mention people that say stuff.
Oh, yeah. Goddamn Rebel Gage.
No comment.
Rebel goddamn Gage, man.
That's timing, man.
Yeah, man. Art Vash says, been hit on by 4 guys in my life. It's just like turning down a chick you're not into. Really, you just know you're not missing out on personality because you're not in the same diet. All right. That is what it is, man. We gonna keep it moving, man. And
no doubt.
Shouts out to everybody tuned in, man. We really appreciate the love. I see Samuel Smith is in the building. So listen, man, we about to flip the script. And before we do, tell them, DJ Scott, somebody about to win this money. How can they
Someone's
win
about to win some money by the end of this show. Let's say you're a burglar, you break into people's houses, but you only do things to mildly inconvenience people. Things like swap all their DVDs, or like Taj Alexander said, shit on their toothbrush. I guess the craziest, most reckless, most interesting comment wins some money at the end of the show.
That's what it is. We figure, you know what? We could put money into advertisement, or we could put money in your pockets. You know what I mean? We choose to put money in your pockets. That's what it is. So, with that being said, man, I want to talk about who's the greatest MC.
Ooh.
Who's your favorite rapper? And if you don't like rap, you might want to go ahead and just click off the show right now, because we about to be talking rappers. Who is your favorite rapper of all time? Now, for me, the list is a bit extensive. And there's a lot of dope people out there doing their thing. I see Art Vash says ASAP Rocky. He's feeling them. I don't know, man. This is a tough one for me, man. I'm throwing it your way, DJ Scott.
Man, there's so much. Like I was saying before we got on it, I can't make a black and white decision. There's so many gray areas where we say, are we considering commercial success? Are we considering, just lyrics, or is it the best at telling a story? I listen to different ones for different reasons. Like, to me, Like if we just stick with 2 easy ones, just so we can all relate. If you pick, I can't choose between Pac and Biggie, because Pac was life, storytelling. Even though Biggie was storytelling, but it was more about style and flow. You know what I mean? Like he was talking about the clothes he was wearing, he was talking about the chicks he was macking, that kind of lifestyle. Where Pac was talking about injustice and how to be a better person, and there was some gangster shit as well. But like I can't make a decision between the 2 of them, which is why, you know, it's very difficult for me to pick one out of, and not just those 2, out of anybody. Because sometimes I might not be in the mood for my quote unquote favorite rapper, and another person will be my favorite for that time.
You know, you bring up a great point, because music, man, is so transcendent. I think that's the right word I'm looking for, because it's emotional. So you might find yourself feeling some Tupac one day, and then you might find yourself feeling some XXXTentacion the next. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I can't say who's my favorite, but what I can definitely say, who I really, really look up to, is that guy, Sean Corey Carter. And I'm going to break it down why. Because I've been in conversations, arguments with this all day long, and people will beat you up over it. And they'll tell you, how can you have a favorite? Well, let me just kind of break this down for you as to why he is my favorite and why I look up to him. You made a post, Daniel J. Scott, that referenced Jay-Z. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to do your post injustice, so go ahead and break down what you said in that post.
Basically, Jay-Z has constantly been transitioning from the beginning till now and to this day. You know, where he started off as the drug dealer, then became the hustler, then became the businessman, became the ladies' man, became the mogul, then became the father, then he became the husband, which is kind of where he's at now, where he's done that back and forth with Beyonce when they were beefing via tracks and shit, to now doing that collaboration album. You know what I mean? He's just transitioned. Now he's a family man. You know what I mean? And it's just constantly reinventing himself, constantly hitting fresh new angles, new content, new ideas. That's really how he's been able to have that longevity. Because if we look at rappers that you know, back in the day that were big, like if you look at like people I like the Lox, you know what I mean, like Jadakiss, Styles P still do it, still had, but they're not getting mentioned like they were getting mentioned. Jay-Z still getting mentioned how he was always mentioned, up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're people who were in his class, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like if there was a freshman class back then, they'd be on the same one.
So for me, why I look up to Jay-Z is because in my mind, he's one of the few rappers who really understood the business of hip-hop. And he started not by signing to a record label, but by starting his own company. He did a tour called the Hard Knock Life Tour, and that tour came about because he figured he could make more money putting on his own tour versus signing on with someone else and being underneath their tour. And he's always made these subtle business moves, you know what I mean? Like, for example, right now, you know, he's a sports agent. I mean, like, yo, who's doing that in hip hop? You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, yo, man. And so for me, man, where I am trying to go as far as business and endeavors, that's a great blueprint to follow. And ironically, he has the Blueprint album out. There it is. You know what I mean?
No doubt. And you know what Jay-Z really is, man. And this is outside of the topic in a sense, but everybody needs to know this who's an artist. Jay-Z, like, he makes the music, but the music is the ticket. You know what I mean? Like, the music is the reason why he gets to sit in these late night show seats. The reason he's talked about. The reason why he can have these platforms to speak on and maneuver through. You know what I mean? That's his like excuse to kind of be places. You know what I mean? But all that is brand exposure. And then you go by Duce. than you go and buy Rockaway back in the day, just based on the ad. His music's like the advertisement. It's its own entity. It's got its own value in itself. But the reason he's rich is because he's used music as a leap pad, you know what I mean, into something big, especially nowadays where, you know, people ain't really buying music. They're just getting Spotify or Tidal and they're just listening to it and they're paying those platforms as opposed to the artist directly. You got to have something. You use your music to get in seats, you know what I mean, and get in conversations that are going to lead to people finding or investing in what you've got going on outside the music, where the real money is nowadays.
Real talk, man. Real talk. So there's definitely a business behind this, man, as far as music is concerned. And yeah, I just really feel Jay-Z. That's how I feel. Christopher Edward Rapley says he's feeling KRS-One and Chuck D. Okay, I could dig that. They had a lot of they were like really the first socially conscious rappers that went mainstream. You know what I mean? So salute to KRS-One and Chuck D for real. May Edwards says Tupac. All right, I can dig it.
Has anybody got any like newer, like say the last few years? Has anybody got any of them as their best?
I do. Triple X.
Yeah.
We saw how great he was when he died. You know what I mean? I saw how great he was in the eyes of my son when I saw my son crying when he passed away. Yeah. Triple X, man, for real. Like what he did for people struggling with depression is phenomenal. You know what I mean? And yo, you've been a proponent for him for quite a while now, man. You talk about Triple X for a moment.
Yeah, definitely, because I've just been a big fan since I heard of him when he first started coming around, when he was like, I don't know, this was probably like 2 years ago, something like that. And I've witnessed a growth that a lot of people didn't see because they only saw some memes about him after he died and was like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. Whether they were hating or they were rating or whatever, you know what I mean? But like, a lot of people don't look deep enough in his catalog to realize that how much talent that kid had.
Yeah, man. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I was one of those people that didn't quite get him at first. It really did take for him to pass away for me to understand his greatness. I'll be the first to tell you. And then when my son broke down what this dude meant to him, I had no choice but to respect his greatness, man. Rest in paradise to Triple XXXTentacion, man.
No doubt.
Yeah, man. I see that Trey Hollis. Trey Hollis says it's hard for me to give top 5 favorite rappers. DJ Scott is 100% right with how Hove continually reinvents himself, and I love that about Hove. Indeed, man, indeed. If I were pressed and had to give a top 5, I'd go with this lineup: Kendrick Lamar, Tupac, Jay-Z, Redman. Yes. We cannot forget about Redman.
Reggie.
Yes.
Shout out Reggie, man.
And J. Cole, man. Shouts out Reggie for real, man. Art Bass says, Token for new guys that I look up to. Dude is half my age too, just about. Think he's 18. I'm 34. I shot him a DM a year ago or so about how he was influencing me at the age, and he got a kick out of it and wished me well on my future attempt. All right, that's dope right there. Art Bash also says, you don't have to understand greatness to appreciate it, P. Real talk. May Edwards says, Lil Boosie. Sorry, I just like him from very long ago, but on some new type music, Lil Baby and NBA are climbing fast. All right. Listen, we got Cedric Smalls in the building, man. Shouts out to Cedric Smalls and Chucktown Bar and Grill.
That's shit. You about to light up the comment section.
Yo, Cedric, man, we talking about who's your top 5 favorite rappers right now, man. I know you got some shit to talk, man. Go ahead, throw it up. Art Vash says RTJ is fired too for a duo. No one's checked them yet, but everyone seems to know about RTJ. I think I was the last person to find out last year. Nah, I'm right behind you. I don't know who the hell RTJ is. So you are not the last person. Trey, Art says you got to bounce. I got to bounce like a song long. Take it easy, everyone. Oh, okay. He's saying he's got to be out. Peace to you, Art Vash. We appreciate you being part of the show. That's what it is, man. Trey Holler says Triple XXXTentacion was immensely talented. I literally had a conversation with his DJ at my daughter's baby shower. and that changed my entire perspective of X. I went and listened to X and was blown away. Rest in peace, S. Yeah. I guess before Art Bash dips out, he says, "Run the Jewels, Killer Mike and LP.
Yeah.
Run the Jewels." Okay. Yeah, that dope too.
Yeah, you got it. I'm liking it. I'm liking the conversation a bit more now. Because don't get me wrong, there was a lot of talent back in the day, and people are gonna stick with who they connected with, who they grew up with, and stuff like that. But so, some of the more recent ones, in say like the past 5 years, they gotta get a sniff at that list. They gotta be in the conversation,
Yeah, absolutely.
If we're talking lyrical people in the past few years, bar for bar, skill, technique wise, a lot of the old guys don't weigh up.
Yeah. I mean, like, honestly, so like one of my favorite is Wu-Tang, right? And I was listening to Wu-Tang a few weeks ago, and like some of their earlier stuff, like they were offbeat, man. Like they really, really couldn't fuck with the techniques that a lot of cats are using nowadays. You know what I'm saying? And it just sounded dated. It really sounded dated. But that's the time frame I grew up in. You know what I mean?
Definitely, man. And also even down to the production.
Yeah.
Just everything's a lot more high tech.
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't sampling from vinyl, so we're missing a bit of warmth in certain places. But it's all different. And I think that when we do a old versus new type of thing, we do skip over the fact that things are just different, not necessarily better or worse, just different.
Just different, yeah, you're right. So, with things being different, this is my sad attempt at segueing.
Okay.
We trying to give away some motherfucking money, man. DJ Scott, tell them how they win this money.
Right, so we want your comments. The best comment is going to win some money today. And we need you to tell us, you break into someone's house, right? And you're not allowed to, burgle their TV or some shit. You can't do any big shit like that. You just got to mildly inconvenience them. Things like swap their DVDs around. Things like just some crazy shit, man. Break into someone's house theoretically. Talk about some crazy shit you would do to piss them off or whatever.
Yo.
Comment it. And if it's really good and it's the best, the most interesting, the most crazy, the most fucked up, a combination of those things, you're going to win some money by the end of the show.
Indeed, man. I see D'Angelo Kevin Span is in the building, man. What's good with you? So, if I break into somebody's house, man, I'm stealing like one of each of their socks.
Yeah,
so they
shit
have
like that.
Nothing but mismatched socks.
Man, sucks to be them.
For real, though. So, how you feeling, DJ Scott?
I might do some shit like find all their glasses, lick my finger, and run it on their glasses so that when they put it on, it's like real smudged.
You fucked up, dude.
That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. So
I'm making sure I say things twice with no noise around it for that soundboard, man. I really want to do that.
Yo, what it do? There you go. That's another one for the soundbite.
Hey. Man, the rest of the podcast is just us attempting to get noises and sentences for the soundboard. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. No, I'm just playing.
That's really what we're doing. No bullshit. Nah, but on the real, I didn't tell you that I was going to do this, DJ Scott, but I have been really, really looking up to what you have been doing on social media. You know what I mean? So salute to you. And with that being said, what I really want to do is honestly just go through your timeline real quick, because you have been saying some really thought-provoking posts. So with that being said, let's just jump into it, man. We're going to go to DJ Scott's timeline. 5 hours ago, he says, you know who it is? Actually, nope. I have no idea. That was pretty dope. Here's another one, man. He says, you can fake the results, but you can't fake the process. So if you want people to know what's real, show them the process. Real talk, man. Real talk, man.
No doubt.
15 hours ago, DJ Scott says, getting on my social media monster shit again, trailing, experimenting, sharing results, then you're going to hire me. That's what it is. Well, I've hired you, so it works.
Yeah, man.
It works.
I just got a new client yesterday. Got a conversation on Monday with someone. We're going to talk about, what I can do for them. So I'm back, baby. Like I said at the start, I'm Austin Powers got his mojo back. You know what I mean?
Yo, man, we were talking about Jay-Z earlier. I guess he's out here taking no chances. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, yo, what is up with this?
Oh, man. That, you know what? You got to be careful again. If you're famous, man, you got to be careful with pictures and shit that you do. Nowadays, like that one picture is like being put in 1,000 different positions. You know what I mean? And that's how Drake really gets a lot of his marketing in, is knowing that people are going to do that shit.
Yeah.
So providing those opportunities for people to take a funny picture of them or a picture of them in a certain place so that they can start talking about them on the internet. Like the green screen in Hotline Bling, where he's dancing for a green screen. He knew you were all going to take that shit and put him dancing in strange places. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, man. So like I'm still scrolling through your timeline right here. You had one that really, really, really hit me. I'm trying to find it.
Hit me.
It was so many dope. Like what? Yo, where's your inspiration been coming from lately, man? Because you really been on one.
You know what? A lot of it's looking at myself. Whether it's things I'm going through right now, or just remembering about times. Like going. We got that feature On This Day where you can go back and look, and I'm looking at where I was in that space and some of the lessons I learned. Some of it's scrolling from my timeline and seeing what people are posting. Like if people are posting particular problems, I think, hey, talk about the problem all you want. I'm going to talk about the solution, and I'll put a solution to those problems. The people are talking about the difficulties people are having. Like I said earlier, you get in this point where you think like this, you eat like this, you sleep like this, you drink like this, where you're just obsessed with, building something, obsessed with thinking about the next move or things you can do better or improvements or things you've done wrong that you won't do again. And I think that unless you're in that state, you're not going to make the best changes in your life,
Indeed.
Because a lot of people are scared, and I know I've been there, where you're scared to think about those things. You're scared to, just deal with the fact that you're not where you want to be. You're scared to deal with the fact that you've got to change something.
Well, I've been scrolling through your timeline trying to find that one that just really hit me and let me know, like, damn, DJ Scott is on one. I can't find it because there's so many. But this one right here, you wrote on June 29th, and you said, that's the thing people have to know. Fear perfection. Perfection is always a smokescreen. Nothing and nobody is perfect. So when you start feeling that it is, you're being marketed to. Marketing is essentially a dark art. In some contexts, it's manipulative, distracting, switch and move, and the list goes on. Marketing is not only an offensive skill set, it's a defensive one too. When I got deep in learning it, I realized how much money had been siphoned out of me over the years, just by someone using the right words or presenting the numbers in a certain way. Marketing can change your life, but as with most things in life, can be used for good or evil. The only way you can protect yourself from it is to learn. Real talk.
No doubt, man. We're spending money every day that we weren't planning to spend because someone marketed something to us that made us part with our money.
Shouts out to Paulette Roman. She is in the building. That's what it is. Yo, so we were talking about our favorite rappers earlier. Hold up, I lost the comment. Never mind. I'm gonna just shut up on that one. Keep it moving. So I'm looking at all the comments to the phone. Sometimes people will text me, so I'll get off of Facebook real quick to read the text or whatever, and then you jump back on and you lose all your damn comments. So that's how that works.
Goddamn Facebook auto refresh.
Yeah.
Fuck the Zuck.
So, real quick, man, let's go ahead and jump into it. We've been doing something really dope that I feel. We've been talking about the 48 Laws of Power, and it kind of goes back to that last post that DJ Scott just had with marketing, being marketed to. And so with these 48 Laws of Power, what that does is really, it breaks down psychology on how people could be attempting to manipulate you. That's why I like the 48 Laws of Power. Not necessarily that you have to use these Jedi mind tricks, but you've got to recognize them. I feel it's way more important. What's your thoughts on the 48 Laws of Power, DJ Scott?
Hey man, it's better to know it than not know it, whether you use it or not. Like I was saying in that post, where marketing can be used as a dark art, and if you don't know it, people will take money from you and you won't even realize it. You think you're getting a good deal sometimes. You think someone's doing you a favor by taking your money off you if you're not on point with your marketing. You know what I mean? Same with the laws of power. If you don't, because you know a lot of them can be used for good or bad. Whether you use it or not, you need to know it, because people are using it on you in your life, whether it's directly through people you know or it's the powers that be. They're using these things, and stay educated, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I couldn't say it better. So, we're only doing 10 at a time. We're at 21 right now. And the 21st law of power is play a sucker to catch a sucker, all right? So, we're going to go ahead, break this down for you guys in a real simple format. And this is what it is. Let's get into it.
The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. He didn't actually believe of himself that he did not know anything. It was his way of disarming people. Sometimes you have to play dumb so that the other lets his guard down. Being openly smart is foolish. Being openly foolish is smart. Law number 22. Surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. The Melians were prompted to surrender, but declined the Athenians' offer. Despite their alliance, the Spartans did not come to the rescue. Melos was conquered and their population slaughtered and sold into slavery. To quote Cardinal de Retz, weak people never give way when they ought to. Avoid weakness, but when you find yourself in a weak spot, choose to fight another day. You will lose the current battle, but the war is not over. Law number 23. Concentrate your forces. The greater an empire's territories, the more vulnerability. Great lands need strong borders. Else they may be overrun by another barbarian tribe, as seen with the collapse of Rome. Your armies are strongest when forged together. Divide them, and they may not be able to protect the empire from an invasion. Dedicate your complete focus to one front, using every resource at your disposal, and all of your energy to master your craft through total immersion. Law number 24. Play the perfect courtier. One cannot spell courtiership without Charles Maurice de Talleyrand-Périgord, the man who brought down Napoleon Bonaparte, master of the battlefield, with extreme subtlety. You are a courtier, or courtier, whether you like it or not. You must play the game of power, so you might as well choose to be good at it. The perfect courtier obeys his masters but shines in his own light. He is not powerless, doesn't trust, but appears trustful. Doesn't talk much, but finds the right words and the right timing when he does. Everyone likes him. He is charming, witty, and helpful. He appears to be neutral, a paragon of honesty and fairness. He always has a genuine smile on his face, and we don't doubt his intentions for 1 second. Although he is a great talent, we do not feel threatened by him. We seek him as an ally. This way, the perfect courtier holds more power than the king himself, without the dangers of that position. As we target the highest authorities, he's in the shadows observing the current state of the chessboard. Pieces may fall and be sacrificed on both ends, but he is winning regardless. Learn the art of courtiership. Law number 25. Recreate yourself. Others will call you what they think you are, or what they think they see in you. It's all superficial. Every now and again you'll receive a genuine compliment. But your parents, friends, society, even your government, expects you to be someone or something else. It's important that you choose to be whatever you want to be, and that you feel free to change whenever you like. You have the freedom to dismiss the opinions of others, even to put on a good show like Gaius Julius Caesar. The world is your stage. It's up to you what role you want to play. Think of life like a book, and you're writing it. You're the main character, so act like it. Law number 26. Keep your hands clean. As written in Niccolò Machiavelli's letter to the prince, Cesare Borgia was using Ramiro di Orco as a tool to take gruesome action against all of his enemies. In the end, he used him as a scapegoat, put the full blame on di Orco, and threw lavish banquets for the common folk, presenting not only his clean slate, but positive change. It is the ultimate act of betrayal, to have someone's back only to find out they've been using you this whole time. Avoid falling into the trap of being someone's cat's paw or scapegoat. Law number 27. Play on people's need to believe. There are two different types of people in the world. Those who want to know and those who want to believe. Friedrich Nietzsche. We strive to find meaning in a world full of formless chaos. Hence, most of us resort to the comfort of believing in unproven divine entities. Your quest for answers and your need to belong is used against you, whether for your recruitment as a mindless disciple or your loyal customership for a particular brand. Christopher Hitchens wrote, "Beware the irrational, however seductive. Shun the transcendent, and all who invite you to subordinate or annihilate yourself." End quote. If someone claims to have all the answers, they are full of shit. Fall prey to them, and all you are doing is giving more power to those who don't have your best interest at heart. You cannot let others think for you. If something doesn't make sense to you, perhaps like right now, feel free to dismiss it, but consider doing so on your own behalf. Law number 28. Enter action with boldness. If you're confident enough to play the role of Monsieur Lustig, one of the greatest con artists in history, selling the Eiffel Tower to greedy scrap metal business owners looking to make a fortune overnight for millions of dollars, not once but twice, one thing is crystal clear. You're not playing around, you don't hesitate, and your moves have a high rate of success, be that in seduction, strategy, or power games. There's that one split second before a box fight where Mike Tyson's opponent will flinch and break eye contact. He already knows he's beaten. There's that scene where Marco Polo and Kublai Khan stare down a wolf. It's hesitation versus boldness. In order to be fearless, you need courage. Be bold. Law number 29. Plan all the way to the end. Excerpt from the book. The gods on Mount Olympus, looking down on human actions from the clouds, they see in advance the endings of all great dreams that lead to disaster and tragedy, and they laugh at our inability to see beyond the moment, and at how we delude ourselves. Before you take action, consider the possible outcomes and consequences, calculate the risk, then execute if it's worth doing. However, as time goes on, things reform, and it would be foolish to stick to a plan that ignores change.
That's what it is. Some more of them 48 laws of power, man. Every week, we trying to bring it to you. So
essential.
Yeah. Yo, how you feeling, DJ Scott? I'm feeling good, feeling great.
Yeah, man. I like that one. Enter action with boldness.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Like there's times where we got to do some shit. You know what I mean? And we might approach it apologetically, or try and win people over, and and you lose respect for that shit. Someone that does something that not everybody likes, if they try to be the good guy while they do it, we're just like, you fake ass motherfucker. Oh. If you're gonna do something that's unpopular, just be like, fuck it, I'm doing it. What?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least people will be like, well, you kind of respect people like that anyway. You might not respect what they do, but you think, oh, they got balls.
Yeah. Like 50 Cent, man. 50 Cent is the fucking king of trolls. And I don't agree with the shit that he's doing. I come from a more positive perspective of life. But shit.
Like, for example, when Rick Ross was ill and 50 was making jokes about that shit, everyone else, if they made a joke and everyone was like, oh my God, they post an apology the next day, I took it too far. 50 Cent was like, hey, here's some more.
Right. Right. Yo, shouts out to Brandon Kyle McCumber, man. BK in the building, man. What's good with you, Brandon Kyle, man? I miss you, bro. Miss you. So listen, we're going to give you guys one last chance to win this money. I think that Taj Alexander has the best answer. So let me throw it your way, DJ Scott. For all those who just tuned in, here's how you can win some money. So let's see who has what it takes to get this bread. What they got to do, DJ Scott?
Well, you gotta post a comment for us, and we got a limited time, so you need to get them in quick. Basically, you break into someone's house, and you're only allowed to do something that mildly inconveniences them. My answer was swap all their DVDs and put them in the wrong cases. What was yours, P?
Mine was, I got so many of them, man. Like I'm taking all your fucking socks, but I'm leaving you with one. So you got mismatched socks, and then I'm taking all your drawers. So now you got mismatched socks and no drawers to wear. How about that?
And Taj Alexander said he was gonna wipe his ass with your toothbrush.
Yeah.
Not yours particular, P, but you know, the metaphorical person. For me, he's the standout so far because he's the only one I can remember. He was the only one that made me go, "Oh, damn, bro, you do that shit." You know what I mean? So comment, let us know what fucked up thing would you do in someone's house.
Well, Trey Holler says, just to be petty, I'd flip all the breaker fuses to off, and then do like Home Alone burglars and run all the water and stop up the sinks and toilets.
Sticky bandits.
Yo, I don't know. That's
wet bandits. That's number 2.
Yeah, I think so, man. That's giving Taj Alexander a run. That's giving him a run, man.
I think that's what I said, because I said sticky bandits. That's what they call themselves.
Yeah.
They call themselves that in Home Alone 2, where he's got the sticky glove and he's stealing change from the bums. I mean, in number 1, they were the wet bandits, where Mav was. Hey man, it was a good answer.
Yeah. Don Gaffey is in the building. I know that I'm messing his name up, but yo, last show that we done, he won the money. We had a totally different topic, and he won the money. So, yo, he can co-sign and let you know we giving away money right now, for real.
Someone's gonna get some money today.
Yeah, and all you gotta do is be petty. This is a chance. Be petty. You robbing somebody.
I was gonna say you all want to be petty all day, posting your petty ass statuses. You know what I mean? But now you can get paid for that shit, and no one wants to come in. What the fuck?
Right, yo, Adam Williams, come on now.
Yeah,
Adam Williams, come on. He's
the
the king of petty. Where the fuck is your answer, Adam Williams? We trying to give this money away, man. Real talk, man. So, yeah, I tell you what, we're going to talk shit for a couple more minutes, and we're going to pick a winner. If you want this money, comment what you would do, the most petty thing you would do if you was to rob somebody. Like, you couldn't just steal all their money. You got to do something petty. The best answer wins, man. Talk to the people, DJ Scott. We stalling right now to let these comments build up.
It could be something like you get all their mobile phone chargers and you break them slightly so that when they go to charge their phone, it has to be in a certain angle or it won't work.
Oh, you know what?
I hate that shit.
That's worse than stealing the damn chargers in itself. If you just slightly break it to where it don't work.
You know what I mean? Like we've all had that charger, right? Where you plug into your phone and then you got to move the phone and the charger, and it's got to be aligned perfectly. You think you put it, so you're like, all right, that's cool. And you come back in half an hour and it's slipped out, and you're like, shit, I'm still at 4%.
Yeah. All right. Don Gaffey says being petty is difficult, man. Don ain't trying to win his damn money, man. Adam Williams, I still ain't see Adam comment. Come on, man.
Adam, I know you got this, man. Come on. Come on.
I go to Adam's page, man, just like when I'm having a sad day. I go to his page just to fucking lift myself up and shake it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's what it is, man.
Funny shit. But yeah, guys, get your comments in, because we're about to shut down the show, and once the show shut down, hey, you missed the boat.
Who you want to give it to thus far? Who's winning right now?
I don't know. Taj was really fucked up with his shit.
Yeah.
And like Trey's was good, but Taj made me go, damn, bro, you do that?
Right.
Oh man.
You know what?
How do you feel?
I'm with you on Taj, man. Mike White is in the building. He says, "What up, gentlemen?" So, Mike, if you want to win some money, you got about 2 minutes to comment the most petty thing that you would do if you were to rob a motherfucker, right? But you couldn't like steal their stuff. You just got to do something to mildly inconvenience them. Like, I'm taking all their underwear and I'm taking one of each of their socks, so they got mismatched socks and no drawers. That's what I'm doing.
And I'm swapping all their DVD cases. gonna put the wrong DVD in the wrong case, so they're about to try and watch Mission Impossible, but it's the Bourne Supremacy.
Yo, Scout Verity's in the building. Salute to Scout Verity, man. What's good, man?
Shit. He came straight in with a comment, man. He's out
right. He says, clean all the dishes with toilet water. Oh man. You scumbag.
Man. Yeah, I know there's a big intercontinental gap, man, but remind me to never invite Scout Verity over my house. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm wondering if Scout Verity really be cleaning the fucking dishes with toilet water, man. He just said that too quick. You know what I mean?
Good, man. You sound like you've done this before.
Right. Yo, man, Don Gafia says take all the light bulbs out the sockets and the remote control battery. Somebody else actually said that. Who said take all the light bulbs out the sockets, man? I can't remember.
Karen, was it Karen?
Yeah.
Karen Budden?
No, it wasn't Karen. It was May Edwards.
May
Edwards.
May Edwards.
All right, well, I think we're going to get this money away, man.
Hey, man, I think... Oh, wait, disconnect the home Wi-Fi router and hide in the attic.
Oh, I missed that one. I didn't see that.
That's just popped up just now, Trey.
Okay.
Trey shooting the second shot.
All right. Let's stop the music. Who we going to get this money to?
I think it's still gonna be Taj, man.
Taj Alexander.
Yeah.
Taj Alexander, goddamn it, you just want some motherfucking money, man.
Hey.
Now here's the trick. This the only way you're gonna get the money is if you still tuned in and you can send us the information to give you the money. So
I hope he is, man.
Taj Alexander, are you still there? If you are, this is what I need you to do. We're gonna PayPal you some money right now. We're gonna do it live on the air. But the only way we could do it is if you're there to give us the information to send to you. I mean, like, if you ain't there, we can't send it to you. You know what I mean?
If not, it goes to Trey by default, I think.
Taj Alexander says, hey, yeah, all right. Well, let's make it happen, man.
Yeah, if you
Taj,
drop
hit your PayPal. We're going to do it live on the air. Let me pull
Whether
up
you
the
do
PayPal.
it here or in one of our inboxes, that's cool.
For real. So, DJ Scott, I'm going to let you talk while I pull up PayPal and get ready to make this transaction. Let's make it happen.
No diggity. Yeah, we appreciate everyone coming in and watching. Visit youtube.com/Don't Stress Success, because I'll be chopping up this episode, putting into itty bitty pieces, easy to digest, especially if you've missed any of the podcasts so far and maybe don't want to go back through everything, or you just want to go over something that you hear that you want, just to resonate with a bit more. youtube.com/Don't Stress Success. We're really focusing on comments right now. That's why we're coming up with initiatives like top 5 favorite rappers, like comments, a fucked up comment for some money. I mean, we really want to talk to you guys. You want to get your input, and going forward, I want me and Pete to be your uncles. You know what I mean? We want to give you some advice on your specific problems in future episodes, where this is what I'm going through, this is what I'm dealing with. How can we approach that? And we're going to give you some answers, and we're going to hopefully help you out with those situations, man. AP, I've picked a song to go out to as well, so we're straight with that.
Yes. I still need you to start, though. I'm getting...
Okay, we're starting. What? Should I do the robot? Gotta find a way to entertain you motherfuckers.
Right. All right, I think I got it together. All right, this is what we're going to do. Boom.
No doubt.
Here's my PayPal info right here. TajAlexander@gmail.com. So let's type in TajAlexander@gmail.com.
Hey man, I'm looking at those tabs. Does that say Pornhub?
No, it does not. That was not.
What's that say? Freak nasty bitch does the pretzel? What?
No.
Eyes are playing tricks on me.
Yeah. Now, how much we gonna roll the dice for, man? How you feel, man? How you feel? $1 maybe? A penny?
More.
A little bit more? 2,000?
Let's do 20. Let's do 25.
120,000? 120 million?
Hey, give me a week and
Would you say 25 cents?
give me a week and 70 years.
Let's go.
Yeah, 20. I think 25 is a good.
Not $2.50.
No, let's add another O to the end of that. You know what I mean? Let's add another decimal, no, another O. Shit.
There it is. $25 coming your way. Bow. There it is. There it is. Boom. How do you want to pay?
Nice and easy, man. All you had to do was comment. Yeah. You know, I mean, that could have been anybody if they just came up. And just tips going forward for everybody, man. We want some crazy ass answers from you people. We want some answers. If we're talking about something fucked up like we were today, we want to go, ooh, that's a bit crazy. That's a bit fucked up. If we're talking about something to do with marketing or something like that, we want some details. We want some clever shit. You know what I mean?
So, here we go. I'm about to press that button. Send payment now. Boom, there it is. You've just sent $25 to Taj Alexander at gmail.com. That's what it is, baby. Salute to Taj Alexander for holding the show down. He's the most petty motherfucker in the audience right now. And he just got $25 just for rocking with us. That's what it is, man. Indeed, man.
You did us proud, Taj.
Yes, he did.
Did us proud.
Salute to Trey Hollis. He was a close second. He says, yo, P, just send a friend request. Going to be tuning in whenever I see y'all on live. Also going to send you a PDF copy of the Conquer Life Mindset book. Okay, that's dope, man. Would love to have it. That's what it is, man. So, yo, I guess this the end.
It's that time, man.
Yeah, it's the end, man.
I miss you guys.
Yeah. Go ahead and shout your people out, man. Shout it out. Send us out. Let's go.
Who, me? Oh, me. Okay. Yo, shout out to my mom and dad. I mean, shout out to my auntie, my cousins. Shout out to my girl. Shout out to my baby on the way. Shout out to the Big G. What up, homie? Shout out everyone locked in, man. Shout out everyone locked in. Yeah, shout out everybody who's been commenting, because I know a few of you have been with us the whole time. You know what I mean? Like, I know for a fact, Trey, you know, Taj has been with us from early. You know what I mean? A few other people. Even if you were only able to pass through, if you're catching the air, man, we appreciate you even clicking play. So shout out to you, man.
Indeed, man. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you are rocking with us. So yes. Let me take a moment and shout out some things as well. Shouts out to my man Cedric Smalls, Chucktown Bar and Grill. Shouts out to Charleston, South Carolina. You can catch me in a couple of hours at 787 Bar and Grill. I'll be out there speaking, man, just kind of giving some knowledge to people who may need it. You know what I mean? Shouts out to my man Colors, the networking man. I appreciate you for inviting me through. So if you're in the Charleston, South Carolina area and you want to come chop it up with me, I will be at 787 Bar and Grill on Dorchester Road at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Let's get it in. Also, yo, if y'all want to party with P, I got that coming your way as well, man. Y'all about to see me flood the internet with this party that I'm about to throw, man. I just want to give back. So shouts out, like I said, to Chucktown Bar and Grill. That is my new home. Shouts out to Cedric Smalls. And it's what it is, man.
Appreciate you all.
I am P the Politician. And who are you, my friend?
I'm Daniel J. Scott.
And this is the Don't Stress Success podcast. Take
Until
us out,
week.
buddy.
Every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take,
I'll be watching you
every single day, every word you say.
We out, man.